Hello students, my name is Vibha Sharma. In last class, we already studied about asexual reproduction and vegetative reproduction. Today we start about the sexual reproduction. Today we start about sexual reproduction. First of all, what is the definition of sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction means the production of offspring by formation and fusion of special haploid cells called as gametes, and these are contributed generally by two parents, that is male gamete and female gamete, and the male gamete and the fusion of male gamete and female gamete. Male gamete is sperm and the female gamete is ova. This fusion results in the formation of zygote, and this zygote is as a result of crossing of two parents, and these germ cells or sexual cells are haploid in nature. Haploid means if we're talking about in case of human being, the total number of chromosomes are 46. That is in diploid condition, the number of chromosomes in human being are 46, while in haploid condition, the number of chromosomes reduced to half, that is just 23, which is occurred by the meiotic division, and the germ cells are produced by the production of germ cell sperm by the spermatogenesis results in the formation of haploid sperm, and the production of ova, the haploid ova, due to the oogenesis cycle results in the formation of this haploid ova, and this N and N, that is haploid number of chromosome of sperms and haploid number of chromosomes of ova fused results in the formation of 2N, that is diploid structure. It is haploid. Sperms are haploid. This N denotes that these are haploid structure, sperm and ova, while this haploid results in the formation of zygote, which is a diploid structure, and this zygote is the result of sexual reproduction, means the number of chromosomes in the zygote is 46. Now after the formation of zygote, there occurs a repeated mitotic division which results in the formation of body cells or somatic cells. So this is all about sexual reproduction. Now where it occurs, so the occurrence of sexual reproduction nearly in all animals, including those which reproduce asexually. So it is in most animals the two sexes, that is a male and female. This is a representation of male and this symbol is representation of female. To remember this structure is of the shape of F, that's why it is denotes female. To remember so it's just a trick to remember that there is no confusion between male and female symbol. This structure is of F structure, that's why it is symbol of female. Clear? In most animals there are two sexes, male and female, and the difference between them are genetically determined. That what are the differences between the male and what are the differences in female. So this can be determined by the genetic evaluation. So due to possessing sexual reproduction, the separation of male and female gametes, the presence of male and female gamete is the essential requirement of sexual reproduction. Now what are the characteristics of sexual reproduction? First, due to the presence, as I told you earlier, due to the presence of two different gametes, this is a type of biparental reproduction. Biparental. This bi means two. Bi means two. Parental means parents. The reproduction in which two parents are required is two parents, and these two parents are male and female. Second is it involves the formation and fusion of gametes. This involves the formation and fusion of gametes. I told you earlier in the first that how the fusion occurs. This haploid structure male and the haploid structure of female, that is ova, that are fused and form a zygote. So such kind of fusion and formation of gametes results in the formation of zygote. So the second character is the formation and fusion. Formation and fusion of gametes, and these formation of gamete occur due to spermatogenesis in the formation of sperms in case of male, while the production of ova in case of female by oogenesis. Third characteristic is the cell division are both meiotic and mitotic. Meiotic division occurs during gamete formation, like this, the formation of haploid cells occur due to the meiosis, and mitosis results in the development of zygote into an offspring. So both meiosis and mitosis involve in sexual reproduction. Fourth is the offspring produced are genetically different to their parents, means the offsprings are not identical. As in case of vegetative and asexual reproduction, offsprings are not identical. They possess some different characters from their parents. Fifth is the fertilization in case of human is internal fertilization. Example in human. And this fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube of female. Sixth is parental care is very well developed. Parental care, it is a kind of post fertilization, means after fertilization, we can see that it is a postnatal, means after the birth of baby the parental care is required, and this is called as postnatal requirement. Now what is the significance, or we can say the importance of sexual reproduction? Significance, first, it results in the multiplication and perpetuation of species, means to maintain the number of their species, to multiply the number of their species, it is must. So it results in multiplication and perpetuation of species. Second is it contributes to the evolution. Evolution means the production of new species by sexual reproduction. Second is it helps in evolution of new species. Evolution of new species by evolution. Because evolution, how the evolution occurs in sexual reproduction, because zygote is the fusion structure of the male and female gamete. So it possesses the characters of male from male parent and from the female parent also. So it has some variation also because of the presence of crossing over during meiosis. So due to this crossing over, the variation occur in the offspring, and this is responsible for the evaluation. And this evolution is much more rapid than asexual. Reproduction. Now what are the general terminologies or general terms occur in, if we're talking about in the sexual reproduction in detail, some terms has to be very clear in our mind. So I would like to clear all the general terms. The first term is fertilization. It is a process of fusion of gametes, like for example male gamete and sperm, female gamete ova fused. This step of fusion is known as fertilization. Fusion of male and female gametes, and it occurs in the fallopian tube of female. Second is unisexual organism. Unisexual. Uni means single, sexual means sex. One. So the organism, in case of human, if we are talking about humans, so male and female sex organs are separate and therefore called as unisexual. Means in different organisms only one sex are present, then it is called as unisexual organism. Male and female sex organs are separate. Third is bisexual. Bisexual means bi means two and sexual means sex organ. The organism which possesses the two sex organs called as bisexual, and these two sex organs present in the same individual. Bi means two, so both the sex organs, male and female organ, are present in the same individual. Male and female sex organs present in same individual. Such kind of organism are bisexual organism, and examples are earthworm, tapeworm. These are the examples of such bisexual organisms. Now fourth one is gonads. Gonads, organ which are involved in the formation of gametes, are called as gonads. Involved in the formation of gametes. The male gonad is penis and the female gonad is ovaries, which are responsible for the formation of gametes. Last is copulation or mating. Or copulation. The process of transfer of male gamete into female body is called as mating or copulation, and the transfer of male gamete, that is sperms, into female body through vagina is known as copulation. Transfer of male gamete into female body is known as mating or copulation. So this is all about the sexual reproduction, the general terms, what is the significance, what is the definition of sexual reproduction. It is all about for today. In next session we are talking about how the sexual reproduction occurs in flowers and human beings. Thank you.